All praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rukakudash. The bonus to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and all the Akim out there that pushing this truth with nothing but sincerity. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, started from the tribe of Judah all the way down to Issachar, on the brother Markab. And, damn, what the hell? Yeah, let me see if I can get it real quick. Look at that. Shit. So, that's a spirit though. But, if I didn't say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man, this thing about what's going on in LA, man, it's been cracking off though, man. Hopefully I was able to catch that helicopter or that carrier, whatever it was though. But just yesterday, I seen the 10 national security trucks though, man, like 10 of them. They were like the color of light. They're like a light tan color. You know what I'm saying though? So, it's been going down in LA though, and of course brothers have made videos and things like that. But like I said though, man, it's been going down though, and I didn't really get a chance to see what kind of helicopter that was, but that was like the second or third one I heard pass by, So that's the thing about it though, man. So we know all that shit that's going down over there is orchestrated for it. You know what I'm saying though? They want that to happen though. They want all these riots and things like that to happen though. You know what I'm saying though? There's an ad on Craigslist though to, they pay you such and such though to go out there and protest, go out and do the most though. So we know all this shit. We know even from like before it even started though, we know all this shit, man, going down, And Issachar and Zebulon, but mostly Issachar has been getting judged though. But that's their judgment though. You know what I'm saying though? Because, like they look at because you look at because Issachar, there's those Issachars that are born here, and there's Issachar that are gangsters, and there's Issachars, we call them over here paisas. They're paisanos, literally come from Mexico, haven't been here that long or been here, but they're still, there's a type of different Issachar characteristics within our tribe though, there really is. We're not all the same. But the ones that have been getting taken away are the paisas, the illegals. And, people, don't get me wrong though, a lot of them do come over here and work hard and they really are for their family though. You know what I'm saying though? But a lot of them too, are wicked. A lot of them are fucking, because I grew up here in California, man. Most of my life though, I grew up here. So I've been around these, what you want to call them, paisas. You know what I'm saying though? Like, I grew up around, there's the gangsters and shit. Like, where I'm from though, it's not that many, but they're here, It's just being real with you. It's not a known gangster town here, but guess what? They're around, and wicked as hell too. Like any other place, I bet. So those that are getting taken away, getting taken away are, they ain't so innocent. And because, that they see them like, what the hell? They come over here to provide for their family and yada, yada. Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, that don't make them exempt, though. I hear another one, though. Let me see if I can catch it, though. Oh, I thought I heard another helicopter. Damn, because I see some burning, though. Oh, maybe something's burning over there, as you can see. Look at. You can see that helicopter right there. I don't know what the hell. Something's burning over there. Yeah. Yeah, shit just been going down, though, lately. But we're in those times, though. We're in those times. I thought it was, so maybe it's those carriers that are dropping things off because something's, what's it called, though, burning? Drop water, or they drop like some orangey or red chemical where kind of like, turns off the fire thing, though. But things are getting turned up, though, Things are getting definitely turned up, though. So, well, Slocky, my rant, though, but reason why I'm making this video is because a couple days ago I seen a it looked like a Judite woman, right? A Judite woman, and I seen her right here, well, in Kalinga. She was like on a main street though, and she was holding up a Mexican flag though. This is a Judite woman, what you call a so-called black woman though, a BW, and she was holding a Mexican flag though. So from what I see though, is she was about the movement of what's going on in the riots in LA and things like that, And don't get me wrong though, the ICE is close by here too. They saw them not too far from over here too, so they're moving slow, but they're moving. But the thing about it though is that, like I said, everything was going on with Issachar and Zebulon, that's part of the judgment though, And the thing about it though is that we can't do nothing about it though, man. Cause don't get me wrong, Issachar been wicked as hell too, man. You know what I mean though? In the penitentiary and the streets down south though. Cause I'm from the Central Valley though, man. And the thing about it though is that I don't know, man, I can hear them fire trucks though. I'm from the Central Valley though, but the racial tension, I believe is more down south though, because I know up north, Issachar and Jake though, they get along though, the red flaggers and what you call Norteños, they up north though, they get along with Judah, but it's that racial tension that's down south though, with Issachar hates Judah, man. Not saying all do though, but at the same time, they do, So anyways, those part of the curses though, man. Let me get Deuteronomy 28. And what was it? Evil in your brother eye. Because that's part of the curses though, man. So the tribes to hate each other though, man. That's a fucking curse though. Let's see. Here it is. Deuteronomy 28:54, it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Ooh, that sounds like, like us Israelites. Because it says, and very delicate, and his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. You see? Like hating their kids and shit, because they know good though. They baby kids and shit, man. So you see what I'm saying though? So that's a curse, man. And the tribes though, if like they say that saying that jar, you put black ants in a jar, red ants in a jar, they won't what's it called though? They'll get along though. But as soon as you start shaking up that jar, they start fighting each other. It's red and the red and the black ants, they start fighting each other though. And guess who's doing the shaking? This fucking devil, man. See, we're able to get along though, man. As tribes though, we're able to get along. You know what I'm saying though? But Esau is the hand that shakes the jar, man. He wants between us tribes though, to fight against each other, man. And that's the thing though. And like I was speaking, about that woman, that Jake woman though, she was about our people, man. She was about Issachar, man. Because she had that flag up though, And I'm not encouraging or acknowledging the fact that, she's doing a good thing. I'm not saying none of that though. But the spirit that she's in, or she was in, she about the tribe though, man. She's not against the brother though, man. She's not against the tribe of Issachar. She's about it though. You know what I'm saying though? And I'm not saying I'm engaging with her and saying, hey, you're doing a good thing. Because, we brethren, we know we're not about the community, man. We're not about this. We're not in the protest though. We're not in the riots. We're not looting. We're not doing that shit. We stay the fuck away and we see from a distance though, man. It'd be another thing if I would pull over to the side and stand next to her and hold another Mexican flag though. Nah, I'm going to do that shit though. But I observe though of what's going on though, man. That in her spirit, she feels like what's going on is wrong though. And she about the tribe though. You see what I'm saying though? So goes to show, man, that this devil, there goes another helicopter though. It goes to show that this devil, yeah, something burning up bad though. That's probably what's making me sneeze though and shit. That smoke. So it goes to show that this devil wants us to fight, you know? He wants us to fight each other though, because they don't want us to unite though, you know? They got a saying up north though, Cali though, says black and brown unite, or black and brown though. See, this devil doesn't want that, man. This devil wants us to fight though, man. And like I say, that woman was in the spirit of backing up Issachar, man, because she had that Mexican flag. But like I said, through the spirit though, we know that 2/3 got to get judged though, man. And that's a whole majority of people, man. So you see what I'm saying though? So we see something like, oh shit, we can't be in that spirit of the brother made a beautiful video saying we got to get that we got to get used to this type of shit. We can't feel sorry for people anymore, man. We got to be in that spirit of Jeremiah though, man, in the 11th chapter though. You know, we got to be in that spirit though. We can't be on that feeling sorry though. I believe he said cold spirit though. We got to be in that cold spirit though, man. Of not like damn, like don't be like damn, we'll be like shit, you know? It is what it is spirit though. Because that's the thing about it though, you know, something's going on over there. In the smoke though, something's getting, you know, it's happening though. But you got to be in the spirit like, oh wow, you know? Because, you know, you hear the sirens, all I'll be hearing right now is the sirens and things like that. But anyways, like I said though, like, I wasn't acknowledging that woman though, but I just, you know, through the spirit, you know, the tribes though, we brothers though, man. You know what I'm saying though? So we haven't been together since the time of this is the only time that us all tribes been together though, man, since the northern kingdom got taken by the Assyrians though, man, you know. And after that, we haven't seen Judah or the southern kingdom since we came here in America, man, in reality. Because the thing about it though is that we haven't been with the southern kingdom since we got taken away by the Assyrians though, man. And you're talking about what, 770 BC though? That's a long ass time though. So right now is the time that all the tribes been together, man. You see what I'm saying though? So Isaiah 11 here, it talks about the kingdom though, you know, in other words though. So this is Isaiah 11 and 13. It says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, shall leave, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. See, and that's in the kingdom though, man. But you know what though? The elect though, that's going on with the elect right now. You know, the true men of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're not even envying Judah, you know, because you see the northern kingdom with the southern kingdom. You see what I'm saying though? You see the northern and southern kingdom getting along together though in righteousness though, man. The part of the elect though, you know. Even though this is what's it called? Well, right now what's happening is Ezekiel the 37th chapter though, you know, us coming together though, man, you know. And in the kingdom, and definitely gonna be no, you know, he's a mayate, or Judah be saying, that's a spick, that's a beaner though, because you know we be hearing that shit over here too, you know, fucking Esau saying beaner and shit, you know. But sometimes it'll be Jake too saying beaner, you know. But it is what it is. I know now. I understand it's part of the curses though. But the thing about it though is, like I said though, man, that's wicked, man. That to be looking at each other like that, man. Because in reality, we brothers, man. You see what I'm saying though? But like I said, in the kingdom, it's not gonna be none of that shit. We're not gonna add no adversaries against Judah, and Ephraim shall not envy Judah, man, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim, man. The Ephraim goes into the northern kingdom, man. We're not gonna be doing this back and forth shit. Oh, you black. Oh, you Mexican. that segregation that happens in prison type shit, man. When you go to prison, though, man, ain't gonna be none of that shit, though, man. And that's the beautiful thing, though, man, that the brethren that are together prophesying against this fucking devil, man, we together, man. You know what I mean? Judah and Ephraim, man, that we're together speaking up against this fucking devil, man. And that's what the devil don't want to see, though, man. The northern and the southern kingdom get together and speak against this fucking devil, man. It scares him. It scares this devil, man. So he wants the attention to still happen between the tribes, though. You see what I'm saying, though? So that's the thing, man. So this is James 1:1, because remember, though, if and this is the time after Yahushua had gone up into the cloud, right? So this is the time after Yahushua went up to the cloud, though, because the time Yahushua was around, you know, around the time was like the southern kingdom, though, you know. And then Paul started going around, though, you know, his ministry started going with the Gentiles that were out of Judea, though, you know what I'm saying, though. So that's the thing about it, though, because, and it was still continuing like that after Yahushua has died, though, you know what I'm saying, though. Well, of course, because that's when Paul came along. But this is James 1:1. It says, James, the servant of God and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. See, the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings, though. My brother, count it a joy when ye fall into divers temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Yeah, but you see, it says to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. You see, and it say to the 3 tribes, though, you know what I'm saying, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. I said to the 12 tribes, though, man. So you see, you know, if it wasn't for the for Judah, us northern kingdom, though, we wouldn't even know who the hell we were. We would have still believed we were Mexicans or other tribes, though. You see what I'm saying, though? Because that was a prophecy, though, that happened here in well, here it goes. Zechariah 12:7. It says, the Most High also shall have saved the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. You see, but it says, the Most High also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. Ooh, and that's, you know, so because it started with Abba Bivens, though, man. You see what I'm saying? Because it says, the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. So that's the thing about it, though, because it started with Judah, though, man. And then it trickled down to the other tribes because, like I said, though, man, it was Abba Bivens, though, man. And Abba Bivens, you know, he was in the tribe of Judah. You see? So everything is, you know, getting together, man. So that's what I'm saying, though. That's why the tribe of Judah is the top tribe, though, because you know, through the spirit, through that tribe, like I said, it started with Abba Bivens, though, and Yahushua. Yahushua is gonna be the what? The new king of the kingdom that's about to happen, about to come, though, man. And he's from the tribe of Judah. So it only makes sense, though. It only makes sense, though, that, you know, as a tribe of Judah, we acknowledge, though, man. We do give acknowledgement, though, man. You know, because if you really think about it, man, not really think about it, you know, Judah, you know what I'm saying, from entertainment to sports, though, you know what I'm saying, though, to anything, man, top notch, though, man. And you can't deny that, man. You know, even though Issachar be racist as fuck down south, though, right, in the south, though, but Issachar be bumping Jake music, man. Because I seen that shit right here, man. You know what I'm saying, though? You know, down south, though, I don't know how it really goes down because I'm not from down south, though. But I know damn well they be bumping Jake music, though. Because even the homies, the Chicanos from back in the day, though, they were listening to what? Nothing but oldies. You see what I'm saying, though? The Chicanos from the 80s and 70s, they were listening to Jake music from the oldies and shit, man. But they want to be racist against Judah, though, man. Here they are, you know what I mean, trying to, like, getting the bling bling, listening to their music, though. Watching who's their favorite team, the fucking Raiders, and the majority of them that play in there is Jake though, but they say fuck them though. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense, man. So the acknowledgement of Judah is definitely there though, because then plus two, man, our savior, which is Yahweh Shai, sprang out from that tribe though. It tells you that in the book of Hebrews, man. You see? So it's just stupid, man. This racist shit, man. It says Hosea 5:14. Man, more helicopters. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah. I will tear and go away. I will take away, and none shall rescue him. Those lions are representing that the heathen though, you know, that took us away from our land, you know, as a lion in the house of Judah. Yeah, the lion is the heathen though that took us away. And it says, and I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face in their affliction. They will seek me early. And that's happening right now, man, because we don't even know we were Israelites till, you know, we were here in America, man. You know what I'm saying though? And we are, they will seek me early. Yeah, because we know that we fucked up, man. Once we were Israelites though, and we start acknowledging that, man, we were sinners, man. You know what I'm saying? We're wicked though, man. The shit that we were doing in the world was wicked though, man. So we acknowledge our offense though, and we know how it is right here, man. We seek Yahweh Shema Shai though, man. So this happened here. This is happening here right now, man. You see? But if it wasn't for, like I said, the tribe of Judah, we wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, it started from the tribe of Judah. It started from the southern kingdom, and it trickled down to the northern kingdom, man. And if you don't like that, then it is what it is, man. But it's the truth, man. Because in this truth, though, in this ministry, it's all about what's true, man. You know what I'm saying, though? No lying, no none of that shit. Because that's some Esau characteristic. Lying and shit so much, man. Lying, though, man. You know? So, that woman, though, you know, the Jake woman that was holding the Mexican flag, she really didn't have to do that, though. But she acknowledged, though, that wasn't righteous of what was going on with these fucking, you know, these ICE agents taking Issachar, man, you know. But she knew in her spirit, though. But like I said, we ain't about that, man. We're not protesting. We're not looting. We're not doing that shit, though, man. We know of what's going on in LA and shit. That's the judgment of the tribe of Issachar and Zebulon too, you know. We acknowledge that though, because only Yahweh Shema Shai could save them people out of their situation though, you know. But the majority of those people, Issachar, are getting taken away. Who they worship? Jesus Cristo, man. They're calling on Jesus Cristo, man. This fucking white Caesar Borgia, man. They're calling upon that name though, Jesus Cristo, man. And you think Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna respond to that name? Fuck no, man. So that's the thing about it though, man. So these people, you know, Issachar is calling on Jesus Cristo, having Caesar Borgia tatted on them and shit, calling on that name though, and they ain't getting no knowledge, man, though. That's why their ass is getting judged right now, man. You see what I'm saying though? But like I said though, man, the woman, you know, the BW or the Judite woman, she didn't have to really be doing that though. So this is Isaiah 19 and 17. It says, "In the land of Judah," damn, look at this shit. Shit, there's something burning up bad out there, man. So anyways, "And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt, and everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Most High of hosts, which he had determined against it." See? And it says, "Because in the land of Judah there shall be a terror into Egypt." And that's talking about, Egypt is talking about here in America. Because the counsel of the Most High, which he had determined against it. Yeah, because we're bringing out the information of this devil, man. 18, it says, "In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan," which we're talking the Hebrew, the Hebrew, which is talking about, what is the language of Canaan though? They used to talk Hebrew. "And swear to the Lord of hosts, the one shall be called the city of destruction." Ooh. It says 19. It says, "In that day shall there be an altar to the Most High in the midst of the land of Egypt," which altar, goes into these different camps. So here in America, and the pillar at the border thereof to the Most High. See, so in that day, which is now, there shall be an altar to the Most High in the midst of the land of Egypt. This altar is these different camps, though, and that's what's going on right now, though, man. So, because it says, "In the land of Judah shall be a terror into Egypt." Yeah, man, and that's the thing, man. Esau, man, is what's it called? Intimidated by Judah, man. They are, man. Esau's scared of Judah, man. And then if you got these other tribes coming together, going against Esau, even more scared, man. So that's what I'm saying, man. This place is going down, man. So Lord will, this video was edifying. Until the next one I say, Shalom.